Ho, ho, ho. Welcome, everybody. Yes, I put on a really fun Christmas hat that I had to go up in the attic and get out because we haven't put the decorations up yet. But welcome, welcome. If you've been looking for creative, personal, and truly memorable photo gift ideas, you're going to love what we have in store. We're going to dive into some of the most creative and heartfelt ideas from our 2025 holiday gift guide, which has over 20 gift ideas from the companies and services that we work closely with here at the Photo Manager. So we have vetted these companies, we endorse them, and we're really excited to tell you about them. We're going to get started in 30 seconds, but while we're waiting, take a moment to download your own copy of our Photo Manager's gift guide, and you'll see a QR code on the screen. Click on that or look in the video description below. You all right? You ready? Let's start our countdown, Rebecca. Well, welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cathi Nelson. I'm the CEO and founder of the Photo Managers. And I'm also a person just like you who is always looking for fun and creative and meaningful holiday gifts. So we're excited to talk about that today. And I am joined by Kimberly Melton. She's a certified photo manager, owner of Visual Story Media. She's been a member of the Photo Manager since 2020. She's a certified privacy advocate as well, ensuring that her clients' treasured memories stay protected. Her company, Visual Story Media, is based in Charlotte, North Carolina, where she works with clients both locally and remotely. Her company specializes in helping individuals and businesses organize and maintain their precious memories. So Kimberly, I gave her a task. I said, Kimberly, go through our holiday gift guide and handpick your favorite gift ideas, the ones you love, the recommend, and then let's have some fun conversation together. As we go through each idea, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. We're going to pass throughout. We'll pause and answer them live. And if you're watching the replay, we will also make sure we answer your comments and let us know which gifts you like the most. All right, ready, Kimberly? Tell us a little bit more about yourself and take it away.
Cathi, you gave me a hard job to do, is to pick out, like, there's more than 25 different things in here and they're all fabulous. But indeed, I did what you asked me to do. And thanks for having me back. This is my second time on here, so I feel really special.
Well, you're fun. I mean, Kimberly can bring the fun. So yeah.
Why not? We have naughty and she's nice. So
yeah, exactly right. I'm nice. You're naughty. Perfect.
All right. So my first pick, and again, these were really hard, was the Aura frames. And I'm going to tell you a little story about why I picked that one. So my in-laws I gave them a frame, and I don't know, 10 years ago.
I'm just going to confirm it's a digital photo frame, right? So
this is digital photo frame.
Show up.
Right. So what happens is I gave them the frame. She has never touched a computer in her life. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I gave her the frame. I did everything. I put the photos on there, and then I shared a link with her two grandchildren. One in one in Washington, D.C., the other in California. Far away, doesn't see her grandchildren much. A couple years ago, I replaced it with a larger frame because they're getting older. And when I did that, she said, this is hard. She said, I feel like my whole life of my grandchildren, I have watched them grow up. Because her grandkids did such a great job of sending pictures and photos and short videos and things like that, that she didn't feel separated from her grandkids. She felt a part of their lives. And that was just like the best. So what you do with these frames is you put the digital photos on there. You can do it from your phone. You can, download a whole bunch of them and then give it to somebody. It's magical. It sits there. All of a sudden you catch a picture that you forgot. I have one in my kitchen, and we have family photos and videos and, things from our vacation on there. And occasionally I'll just go, oh, I remember that,
Yeah, we have one in our living room. And I noticed the other day my husband was standing there looking at it again. It's funny because it's in the background and the photos move. And sometimes you forget it's there. But when something captures your attention, you stop for a minute. It just brings back so many memories. And what's wonderful, like you said, with digital photo frames in Aurora in particular, is you're able to, if somebody has the app, they can send photos that are happening in real time. So if you're, go on vacation, say this holiday season, or maybe you're separated from your family members, you can be sending pictures and they could be watching those pictures show up magically right while you're there in your living room. So nothing is better. It's a wonderful gift, especially for seniors in your life and that want to stay connected to family.
Absolutely. And you don't have to go to your computer or go to your phone and look at the picture or find the email with the or whatever. It's just right there in your living room. So she would sit and watch the TV, and she had it beside the TV. And then occasionally she would call me on occasion and go, look, you need to take out some of those photos because it's too long between the old ones and the new ones. And I just want to see the new ones now. And I would go, yes, ma'am. And I would take off the old photos and she would have the new ones. It was fabulous.
That's
so
great.
A great gift for family and for yourself, as a matter of fact. I love looking at our vacation pictures. So that was my first one. And
okay. Before we jump on to the second, remember everybody, in the holiday gift guide, we asked our partners, please give us a discount that we can pass on to our members, because who doesn't like a special deal? So make sure that when you download the guide, you follow the prompts to get the discounts that all of the companies that we have. We're only going to highlight a few today, but there's lots of great savings for you in the gift guide. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Remember that, thumbs up if you like the information that we're giving you, because we want you to have more and more and more. And again, this was like a really, really hard one. But what I tried to do in the couple that I picked was pick things that were very different, but impactful, could be impactful, and also bring memories and bring things, because, most of us don't need anything but fun stuff or things that we don't have in our house right now. That's always a treat. And our next one is artifacts. That's ARTIFCTS. No A.
No A.
No A. So got to remember that one. But Artifacts is a little bit different. It's a fabulous company. It's run by a wonderful woman. And what Artifacts is an online database for you to store your different items in your home or different things that you have. I'll tell you a story, and this will be a little bit easier. So there was a lady she was 81, and she wanted to artifact the things in her house. And what she wanted to do, because she was aging and she knew she was getting older, she wanted to go ahead and say, I want the vase to this person, and I want this to that person. And so she did it on her phone, because it's such an easy app. I have it. And what I did many times is I have a frame in my house that has an old picture of my grandmother. My cat's going to visit us, as well as the rolling pin that her father whittled for her when she was in the 3rd grade and in a play about being a baker. So this would have been 1918.
Wow.
And so if you saw this rolling pin that he whittled for her, you would have no idea what it is. I didn't even know what it was. And when I found it, I asked my grandma, I said, what is this? And she goes, oh, my father did it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? And I said, what did you say? And she had a poem that she said. Now, at this point right here, she is 90 years old, and she's telling me this poem. I said, and I got a pencil and a piece of paper, and I said, write it down in your handwriting. And so I have her handwriting and that rolling pin in there. Well, no one's going to know that story, right? I put it on Artifacts. They even have QR codes, and it's on the back of the frame. So if anybody wants to hear the story or finds it later, the QR code is right back there. And Artifacts lets you artifact 5 things free. So you can just go on and experiment, see if it's something that you want. And it's a cool way of helping your family. You can put things in say my grandmother was still with us and she wanted to tell that story. Well, I could record her and put that recording on the same page with the picture of her and the writing and all that stuff that's on there.
It's amazing what technology can do today. So I think about when my 93-year-old Auntie Rose passed away, and we went through that house that I grew up my entire life. It's a little house on a corner that I went to every holiday, and just when it was time to clean things out of the house, I wish we had we had taken the time with her wonderful voice and stories, that she cared so much about family. She really taught us a lot about the value of family, that if I had that something called Artifact, I could have taken the photograph or taken the video of it and stored it on my phone with Auntie Rose's stories behind some of those items, because, we had to eliminate, we couldn't keep everything. And so it's a perfect example of a wonderful gift, and it can be used in so many different ways, not just items that, if you're downsizing that you want to leave, but current items that have value to you. Because as much as we talk a lot about photos and videos, really, it's also, I say, and I learned this from Heather, who's the founder of Artifact, it's really the keepsake items in our lives. It's the teapot, or it's the, I'll be pulling it out next week. It's a recipe for a sweet potato casserole that my husband got from his mom. He asked his mom for the recipe before we were married. It's on old stationery of a job I used to have. This is probably now 40, I don't know, it's crazy how many years ago I have to think about it. But anyway, and it's in his handwriting, and it's her phone number, and it's, and it's messy, and it's, I know that recipe by heart, but I pull that crinkled piece of paper out, and because it just connects me to that story, and that's Artifact. So that is something that I will, if somehow I lose that paper someday, I won't lose that story, and why it's filled with sugar. Actually, it's like a cup of 2 cups of white sugar, 2 cups of butter. It's like crazy. It's dessert for dinner, but that's okay, because
it doesn't matter. It's a holiday. There are no calories.
It's a southern sweet potato casserole. So it's unhealthy items, and every time I've tried to healthy it up for my family, they get mad at me, like, "Oh, Mom, I cut back the sugar one year and everything." And so,
well, Cathi, because you said that, it reminds me of another thing for Artifacts. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. Someone told me a story, another photo manager told me a story one time about her uncle had collected golf balls. And I'm not talking about 20 or 30 golf balls. I'm talking about hundreds of golf balls. Now, nobody wants to keep that many golf balls, but yet, where are you going to put them? Why are you going to keep them? It was really something for him. So what she did was she took pictures of them. And, because he had them in order and he had all this stuff. And then what she did was she gave them away to the nieces and nephews and things like that as a memento. And she felt really good about it because she had the photos, she had the story, she had it, but it wasn't in her house. And it wasn't. And as we are downsizing and people are moving into smaller homes, we don't have that. But maybe there's this beautiful table that your grandmother had that's set 12 that you would love to have and want to remember, but you don't have a place big enough.
Right.
That's the kind of thing you can use Artifacts for too. Multiple things. And you get 5 free, so why not try it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And you should, in the gift guide, I'm sure there's a QR code right there so that you can download it, open it up on your phone, and you can do an artifact. In fact, we should challenge anybody. Send a note in the chat if you artifact something while you're multitasking, because who's not multitasking? I'm sure many of you are multitasking while you're listening to it.
That's a great one.
Yeah. All right.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, let's see. Again, very, very hard decision. But my third one was Projector. And again, I have a story and a reason for all of them. So as a photo organizer, I know what it's like to have VHS tapes, and people have tons of VHS tapes. Yeah. And okay, they're nice. And then of course I will take them and I will digitize them, and you'll have this wonderful, MP4 file. And then what are you going to do? Watch it on your, little screen I have
on one of these, right? I have actually on this, sitting on my desk are 20 different home movies that my son did for a client. But go ahead. But they're not only here; they are also.
Yep. Or maybe you could watch it on this. That would be great. Yeah. No, that's no fun. Okay. So what you can do with Projector is you take the projector. you get the Projector app, and actually you can do, I read this in the thing, you can get 15 files or 5 gigabytes free during this holiday season.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, that's fabulous. And again, you're trying it. You're seeing if this is something that you want. Well, what you do is you get somebody to digitize your tapes, one of the photo managers or myself, and then we can put them on Projector for you, or you can, if you want, sit in your living room, pop a big old bowl of popcorn, and everybody can sit around and laugh at what they used to look like 25 years ago on those VHS tapes.
Yeah. So Projector is an app it's a smart app that's on your you can go right onto your smart TV, just like you have Netflix and, we have everything like Hulu and Homebox, whatever. There are so many different ones and they come and go, but you can download Projector right from the app, from your smart TV, and also from the internet. And then you upload your movies to Projector online, and then you can sit and watch your home movies while you're watching TV. It's amazing. Yep. And it is one of the most heartwarming experiences to watch those home movies come back to life. So it's wonderful to get them converted, but sitting on a hard drive it's a great backup, and that you'll always have them, but it's really not very user friendly. And that's why our good friend Robert Marks was sitting home frustrated that he wasn't able to watch his home movies, and thought, why can't I watch them on my TV? And boom, I think 3 or 4 years ago, he started to create this program, and we've helped him. The photo managers have been a great resource for him as well, and helping him understand what you need as a consumer to make sure that this is accessible to you. So you will love Projector, I promise.
It's fabulous. And I have it, and I have all our home movies on there. And not only can you do your own home movies and put them on your Projector, you can share your Projector app with your cousins and your family and stuff, so they can see all your movies. And then also what you can do with Projector, let me explain what it looks like. Just like Hulu and just like Netflix and stuff, you have these little thumbnails or pictures, and you pick out the little picture, and you could have a description if you wanted, and then you watch your movie. Well, it makes it so much nicer to do it on your big television, and you can share it, and people can see it. It's so much nicer than this little screen right here to be able to do. And plus sharing it with like my cousins and all them, they have all the ones that I've done for our whole family. So that's really fun.
And what's important is Kimberly and I share these companies with you, is you probably wouldn't know about these. These are not companies. These aren't, you're like Google and Amazon, the big companies with the big advertising dollars, and who are out there like telling you all about this. These are companies owned by people who have started businesses that we work closely with. So you can count on their excellent companies. They have great customer support, and they're small. So you're also supporting small businesses at the same time when you're participating in working and utilizing the companies that we recommend in our gift guide.
Absolutely. 100%. And they listen, when they have photo managers working with them, and if there's a suggestion from a photo manager, they listen and then they implement it. So it's just it's a great win-win situation when you're working with the photo managers, for sure.
All right. What's next?
Again, very hard thing here. Our next one, great. We've got the guide up. So if you got a QR code snippet, or it's also in the information below. The next one is Printique. So there are a lot of kind of photo books, and different photo books for different things. Like I have a client who goes away every year, and she does a paperback 8x8 photo book for all the people, all the girlfriends that go on this trip, and they pull their pictures, and she does this, and it's great. It's really fun. And an 8x8 paperback is fine. But then there's also the time that maybe your 50th anniversary or your daughter's wedding, or that you may want something else or another kind of photo book. There's a wonderful photo book that's called Lay Flat that has very beautiful, completely laid flat, and you can do landscape. So let's say you go on vacation and you have some wonderful landscape pictures that you want to put. You don't want that on a little teeny book. You want that on a bigger book. So Printique I have used before, and it is a wonderful company that can help you elevate that type of photo book that you want. Their photo managers do all kinds of different kinds of photo books. I picked Printique in this, and it's a little bit different than some of the other ones that you might have heard of. So that's one of the reasons. Look around, go on websites, see what kind they have so that you can pick out what's best for your particular view about what you want your photos to convey. And it's a really fun company.
One thing about Printique too is I know they print on a higher quality paper and with very vibrant colors. So they use I can't remember all the printing options, but they do have a higher end printing. So it's a consumer facing company. A lot of times we can work with B2B companies, which only like professional photographers can for like wedding albums, but Printique is also part of Adorama Pics, which is a big company out in New York, but you'll be thrilled with the quality of their photo books are excellent. And we get a lot of great feedback, all different sizes, and the colors will be vibrant. They do a really great job in the quality of the color. So sometimes if you're looking at your screen and then you get your photo book and you're like, it doesn't look like it did. This is a company that will make sure that you get really high quality.
Yep. And lots of choices, if you wanted a leather cover, if you wanted, I did one time for a client that had a navy blue linen and had a little window, and we had the two daughters with red sweaters peeking out that window with the navy color. So, it was for a 70th birthday. So they wanted to do something special, things like that. So it gives you some different tools for your toolbox. And also maybe even if you didn't use it for the holiday because it's just too busy right now, maybe for you, then that makes your January project. Get those photos out. Get those digitized.
Absolutely. It can be hard to turn around a photo book right now, but you can. It's doable, or hire somebody to help you.
It's doable, but it's close. And remember, if you got any questions about anything in any of the guide, not necessarily the couple that we're bringing up, but any other questions about any of the other ones, please don't hesitate to put those in the chat, because we want to make sure we get your questions answered.
Excellent.
Let's see. Next on our list is Forever. Now, again, I tried to pick very different things, and Forever is an online database. I think the link to Forever is also in the information. Full disclosure, I'm an ambassador for Forever, but I use Forever for especially my family legacy projects, because when you buy storage on Forever, you own it for your lifetime plus 100 years. And so what that means is that if you're creating a family legacy, then you buy the storage and no one else has to buy it again. You don't have to think about paying that bill once a year or anything like that. You just buy it. And it's easy. It's not a terribly technical site like some of them. So you can put your family, you can put back to 1930, you have folders, you can share these with your family so that everybody has access. I know that I am one of 11 in my generation, and I'm the only girl. So guess who has all the photos of all the families? And but I have digitized them and shared them with all my cousins and their children so that they have access to them if they want them, because I don't want to be the only one to have them. And unfortunately, we don't want a situation like LA and Asheville, North Carolina happening, where multiple families lost all their photos because of the water and just the horrific things that happened there. So no matter what, I challenge you in 2026, if you don't have your photos digitized, get them digitized so that you have them in order, you have them on an online database, and then you can share them. And if you have kids, they won't have to do it because you've done it for them. And that's a wonderful present that most families would love to have, for sure. Right, Cathi?
Yeah. And what's wonderful about Forever, and a unique concept, and I think that's becoming more and more, I think people today, with understanding privacy issues and also the frustration of an ongoing subscription models, like what if I stop paying? Do I lose access? So the idea with Forever is that your photos you're buying your own storage. So it's like your own Google Cloud, or it's your own, Amazon storage. And it's a beautiful way to view your photos. It's not just like they're up there as, JPEGs or something. You can see them, and there's ways to move them around and organize them and share them. And it's a really robust platform. It does a lot of things. So I think you'll be really happy. If you've never explored Forever and didn't know about it, you'll be thrilled to probably learn more about it, see what's included, and check it out.
Yep. And much like Artifacts and Projector, remember we said Artifacts, you can do 5 free, and Projector, you can do 15. With Forever, you have about 2 gigabytes of space that you can go in and see how you like it and see the different things it can do. And that's around 500 photos, give or take, depending on the quality of your photos. So that's a nice thing to have, to be able to look at that. Let's see, any other thing we ought to talk about forever?
What's that?
Anything else we should chat about forever?
Nope, we're good.
I think we've covered that pretty much.
Yep.
And then last but absolutely not least is Dig Your Photos. That is a wonderful company. We know the founder, Rhoda. She is a photo manager, and she is so smart. She has decided a long time ago that she wanted to also help DIYers. And this is why I picked this one, for those people who want to do it themselves. Or the other thing you can do, before I get started on that, is if you want to do it yourself, you could Dig Your Photos and then contact a photo manager, and they can help coach you if you feel uncomfortable. Because, the number one thing I hear from my clients is, I didn't know where to start. Like, I opened up the closet and I looked at all those albums and I thought, what do I do now? I don't know. And so many photo managers, myself included, will help coach you into how to do it yourself until you get to the point where you say, okay, I'm ready to do it. And there's a lot to do before it ever reaches the photo manager. So that works out. But Dig Your Photos, what you can do is they send you a box. She has a fabulous box with so much stuff on it. And I'm going to flip to my page in the guide because I want to make sure. Yep. So, that I say everything she has. It has an instruction card. It has recipe cards with video links that she presents the information on how to do the various things, how to separate gold, silver, bronze. She has quick sort cards.
And this is for, I'm just going to drop in there. So people it's for your printed photos. So if you have those boxes and bins of all your printed photos that aren't organized yet, then Dig Your Photos is a solution that will help you like speed up that process. Like as soon as you open up that box, all of a sudden, all the waves of nostalgia overcome you, right? I mean, of course it does for all of us. And then you also think, I can't believe I threw everything in here like I did. And, oh my gosh, Bobby's photos when he was in 6th grade are mixed up with Sammy's baby photos, right? That's normal. You're not on loan. It's a very common problem. And so this is a solution that can help you get those photos organized before you get them digitized and save yourself money, right? Because you don't want to just box up all those photos and send them off to get digitized, and scanned. What you want is to scan the photos you care most about, right? And so I'll let you continue on about Dig Your Photos, but that's
absolutely
great. After working with hundreds and hundreds of clients, Rhoda came up with this plan, with this product, and has been doing very well, helping people either do it all themselves or get at least a good start on doing it themselves.
Right. And she gives you, I think the thing is, just like the story I said, if you open up the closet and you go, where do I start? Rhoda's package will help you start and know how to do it appropriately. So she's got a family timeline template, a temporary photo storage box, a toolkit, a list of resources so that you can start the process. And then when you want to have them digitized, you can contact a photo manager and they can help you digitize them, and you're set to go. And you know that you've cleaned it out versus just getting everything digitized and then sorting. That's kind of, that's a challenging way to do it.
Since this is a holiday gift guide, I just actually bought my first gifts today. I don't know if I'm later on time, but I was in my local town and I want to shop locally this year. It's really important to me personally to shop as much as I can locally to support small businesses who are struggling these days. But if you have a family member, like a grandparent or a mother or father or somebody who been saying they want to get this done, Dig Your Photos would be a great gift to put up. You can wrap it up under the tree because it comes with the box and like Kimberly was saying, all the recipe cards, and you can actually give them the gift of getting started. So that's kind of another idea in terms of this is a gift guide, not only for yourself, but to pass on to other people.
Absolutely. And, the photo managers are all over the world. This is an international organization. So another thing, I've got one more is, look at the photo manager site. And if there's photo managers everywhere. So you could possibly contact the photo manager in your local area and say, hey, do you have gift certificates? Because I offer gift certificates to my clients. Now, I happen to do clients all over the world. I've had clients in California and Australia. But what I do is, like, especially for daughters, who want to get their mom something really cool, I'll give them they'll purchase a gift certificate. And then that way the mom can start with guidance and some support and some help. And that's really a great way to do it. So, maybe your local photo manager will be available to do something like that for you and work one-on-one with your parent and be able to give them a gift that is truly meaningful to them. Because no parent that I've ever talked to wanted to hand their kids a disorganized mess. They want to hand their kids an organized photo collection that they would value. And that's really what's important.
Yeah. Well, this has been amazing. I hope you all have gotten a lot of ideas. Again, download our gift guide, please, and go ahead and, here's the QR code. Definitely, flip through it, reach out, take advantage of the discounts, reach out to the clients. If you like this video today, please like it. We're working on growing our YouTube channel. So also those subscriptions really matter. You probably hear this every time anybody does a YouTube live video with you or any kind of YouTube video. The subscription matters. It helps people find us as they start searching and things like that. And please share this video with family and friends. And really, this is it's a busy time of year as we all get gearing up for all the crazy things starting. If you're in the U.S., starting with Thanksgiving next week. And if you're worldwide, the holiday celebrations that happen throughout the entire month of December. It's meaningful gifts, though, and connection today, I think, are what people are really longing for more than anything. And photos and videos, the stories, our family stories, who we are, what we care about, who we love, why. Those are the things that are really the gifts that really last for generations. They're the ones, the heart gifts. And so this is a great guide for those heart gifts. So if there are any questions have come in or any thoughts, Rebecca, that you've noticed, Rebecca's behind the scenes managing all this for us, let us know. No questions. So this has been a group without questions. That's good. Hopefully, because we're so good, Kimberly.
We are. Of course we are. Of course we are. But if you think of something later, reach out to the photo managers. We can always get you the information. And don't forget to use that QR code or download the link, which is below if you're listening to this recording. And we can put questions in the chat and the comments at any time. So if you think of something, don't hesitate, because if you've thought about it, somebody else has, I promise.
Yeah. And if you buy one of the gifts that we suggest, make a note in the comments even later on. Let people know, what you loved about it, why it worked, maybe how you use some of these products that we've given you our stories. We'd love to hear your stories as well.
Yeah,
so
that'd be fun.
All right, naughty Kimberly, thanks so much. You can go back off and enjoy your day. You go be naughty. I'll try and be good.
All right. And you nice, Cathi, you have a good day.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Happy holidays.